Hey guys, it's Crystal, aka QueeenBRZ, back with another video for you. So in my last video, I was showcasing the 350Z and how I decided to make it an OEM Plus build. So I have something new and I actually just got back from picking it up. So stay tuned to see what I got. Alrighty guys, so here's the big reveal. I got this OEM steering wheel reupholstered by Sweidit in Los Angeles. It has genuine Napa leather all around and then perforated Napa leather on both sides, as well as this Alcantara center marker here, and also bronze stitching all around to match the interior of the 350Z. So I am just so impressed with the overall quality of Jin's work over at Sweidit. It's honestly so perfect. The leather feels so great compared to the plasticky leather that we have on our steering wheels in our cars currently, and I think this was just such a good investment, and it's really gonna help with my OEM Plus look of the car. So can't wait to get it on, guys. Let's get started. Before we get the new steering wheel on, let's just take a moment to admire how disgusting this one is. So as we can see just straight away, the stitching is gone and the leather is pulling away just here, actually on almost all the corners. You can see where the leather is just kind of peeling off, like it's completely gone. It just looks like plastic. It doesn't even look like leather anymore. And this is like 170,000 miles of just wear and tear, guys. So it's been loved a little bit too much, and it's definitely time to replace it. So yeah, not cute at all, super gross. Let's get the new one on. First things first, we have to disconnect the battery so the airbag and everything doesn't blow up in my face. And the clips are missing from here, so I have to hold that down so it doesn't get all crazy. And it's pretty loose already, so I just disconnected the negative. Now let's move on to the next step. Next step is to use our T30 Torx bit to remove the bolts on either side. Almost there. This is when electric ratchets come in handy. That's okay, good workout.
5 hours later.
We just about there? How are we looking? Almost.
6.5 hours later.
So we have this one out. Now let's go ahead and move to the other side. I just want to make a quick note that each bolt on either side has these covers on it. I use my trim removal tool to take it out. I'm going to get the other side. It's kind of hard to get the camera in here with the lighting and everything. You're just going to see darkness. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen it up and then use the electric ratchet to take it out all the way. I'm not taking like an hour to get a bolt out. Now that those bolts are removed, I'm going to use my screwdriver to take out two little screws that are right behind the steering wheel, and you can actually feel them. It's really hard to show, but right back here, kind of towards the top. Okay, so I have this one out. Now let's get the other side. And this one's out. So now that the two bolts are out, I can go ahead and remove this centerpiece that has the airbag, and it should just slide right out like so. And then as you can see in here, oops, I don't want to twist it. We do have the two connectors for the airbag, and I was going to remove my trim removal tool, or use this trim removal tool to remove the black clips or to pop them up, but I feel like it won't be strong enough. I can try. The angle's kind of funny. I feel like I'll have a better time using this flathead screwdriver. So it's really important to note that we want to be really careful when removing these, and we can kind of make a left to right motion with the screwdriver to pop it up, like so. This is not something that we want to break at all, like so. Now it's time to remove these clips. And then I'm going to set the airbag off to the side. And the next step, actually the last step before removing the steering wheel, is to get this bolt off. And it does have a little indentation kind of telling you where the top of the steering wheel is, like where it's supposed to be centered. So we want to make sure it's centered, and let me go grab the tool to get it off. So in order to remove this center bolt, it's on there really, really tightly. So I'm going to use this 19mm socket and this impact driver to get that off. And that was way easier than trying to do it by hand. So awesome. Now we have that off, and we can go ahead and shimmy the steering wheel out. And we're gonna wanna move side to side, kind of the same motion with removing these. And I'm as weak as a freaking twig, so it's gonna take me a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now that we have it just about ready to come out, I'm going to remove this clip right here on the inside. And you can either use a screwdriver if it's too difficult to remove, but I was just able to take it off with my fingers. And then we have our wires here. They're kind of under this little clip. We want to take them out and move them off to the side. And now we are ready to remove our steering wheel. And just being very careful, we don't want to damage anything. And yeah, guys, old ugly steering wheel is now off. Time to get the new one on. So just comparing the two steering wheels, obviously this one is the old one, and then we have the new upholstered steering wheel. You can see how shiny this one is. You can see it kind of shimmering in the light there, how disgusting. So obviously that happens over time if we're not wearing gloves while driving or cleaning it regularly, or just that natural wear and tear. But I think at some point it did look like this, obviously not anymore. While it's in the light, you can see how horrible this stitching looks here and how the leather is coming apart. Yeah, guys, not cute at all. I'm really excited to get this new one in, and it's just gonna add a lot fresher of a look. And I'm really excited for actually the stitching to match the interior of my car. It's just gonna look so, so nice, and I can't wait to show you. Okay guys, so I am just about ready to get this on. I went ahead and I transferred over these two pieces from the old steering wheel onto this steering wheel. And I'm so excited to see how the finished product is gonna look. Let's start getting it on. So let's get this bad boy on. We want to make sure that everything is aligned like so. I'm going to stick these through the back. Everything I say sounds so perverted, sorry. And then make sure everything aligns like so. And yeah, I have it in place now. Everything is ready to be clipped in where it's supposed to be. And now I can get the airbag back. Actually, I need to get this bolt back on first. Now to get this bolt back in, I'm gonna manually thread it in just so I can avoid any stripping. And then, cool. Get that all tightened down. Cool. So now that this bolt is tightened and torqued down, it's time to put our airbag back in. Right, so let's see. These ones are gonna go, the angle's kind of funny, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying my best to show you. Those are just gonna clip in like so. Can you see it? Get in my belly. Cool. Lock them in place. And now we can slide that on in. And it looks so good already. Let's just slide it. I love it. But we're not done. So let's get these screws back into the back. Back into the back. Where's my screwdriver?
そんなものないんだよ
I got my screwdriver! Yay! I have to put this screw into the back, just like we took it out before. I'm gonna move the wheel a little bit because it's at a really funky angle. And I'm just gonna wing it. Now that we've put our screws in on both sides, we just have to put these bolts in on both sides with our torque bit. Woo-woo. Let me get that in there. All right, so we have this bolt in position. And I was watching some guy and he was saying to be very careful with these because I guess they're like super easy to strip. So, want to make sure we don't strip them, guys. Be careful. The last steps that we have to do are put in these two little covers on each side of the bolts and then reattach the battery. Then we can take it out for a test drive, guys. So let me get these on. And let's get the battery put back together. To get the battery reattached. Awesome. Get this little flap down. Cool, let's take it out for a drive, guys. Alrighty guys, so first impressions of the steering wheel. I absolutely love it. It gives the car a lot newer of a look. It looks beautiful and it looks very sporty, which is what I love about it. The perforated leather just adds a really nice touch. The center marker here is what's most commonly found in sports cars. And I didn't want it to be a really obnoxious color like red or something like that. I just wanted to keep it subtle, but obviously you can still see it there. So love that. Yeah guys, overall, I think it was a really good investment on my part, and I am thinking that I'm reaching that OEM Plus goal, guys. I really, really love it. So one thing about driving in the 350Z, I haven't really taken you guys out on a ride yet. It sounds so horrible and like gurgly almost when I'm like letting off of the clutch. If I come to a complete stop and then go again, you can kind of hear it. So I pulled off to the side because I wanted to give a little example of the sound that I've been hearing. It seems to happen when I'm going at a slow speed, and either when I let off the clutch or let off the gas. I can't really tell, but let me start moving forward. So it's when I let off the gas, and I'm gonna let off. So I'm not sure if that's like a throw-up bearing issue in the transmission. I'm really not sure, guys. I just know that it's a weird sound and that I'm probably gonna have to replace the clutch, so it's gonna be a really expensive fix. Anyways, guys, please let me know if you know what that sound is in the comments down below. I'm really curious to know, and I hope that it's not going to be too expensive, which I know that it probably is going to be. So Crystal is sad. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think that sound is, what you think of the steering wheel, and also I'm still looking for more suggestions on a QueenZ name. I've seen like Fair Lady Z, I've seen like Slut Z. I'm like, guys, what the heck? So keep giving me your comments and suggestions. I still haven't found one that I'm like, oh, that's the one. But yeah, I'm looking out for it. And also, big thank you to sweidit. They did such a good job with the steering wheel. And if anybody is looking into getting something like this done, I would go just straight to sweidit. Very last thing, I do want to get this car detailed inside and out. I did leave it in the sun for a little bit, and now it's starting to smell like cat pee. So I don't know, the previous owner was a white guy, and I don't know what he was doing in here, but it smells like cat pee. And I'm I'm not down. So that'll be probably one of the things that I do in the near future, just because I'm tired of smelling this gross smell. People are probably wondering what I'm doing in here. I'm like, it's not me, it's the other guy. But yeah, guys, anyway, like and subscribe to this video. I wanted to thank you all so much for the 10,000 subscribers. It just happened yesterday, and I'm so excited, and I can't even freaking believe it. It happened so fast. But yeah, I'm gonna go do a little photo shoot, so I have some pictures for the gram if you wanna go drop a like over there. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Stay tuned for the rest of my build with the 350Z, with the Honda, and of course the BRZ, the STI. So I still have a lot of content in store for that. I just want to kind of focus a little bit at a time on each car, show everyone some love. But anyway, guys, until next time, QueeenBRZ out.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast.